Previously...
You're not the father?
David just wanted to help me out with the pregnancy.
And after the balloon accident, do you remember where I found Paige?
Yeah, she was with Jack.
Jack.
But at least something good came out of it.
What's that?
You and me. Reconnecting. Once you've sampled my famous bratwurst, you realise there's no turning back.
Gary, you're clearly the winner.
Yes.
Here's to the perfect sausage.
300. Half now, half later.
What room was he in?
He's O negative. There's no way Bradley Satchwell can be our father.
Everybody needs good neighbors with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbors should be there for one another. That's when good neighbors become good friends.
Guess I got the wrong impression from Mum.
Wow, the way she hit the roof when you mentioned his name, I don't blame you. Look, Bradley may not be our dad, but he obviously meant something to her.
Nothing good. I know you were trying to help, but this search has been a huge disappointment.
Hey, mate, look, it might not seem like it now, but this is progress. We've ruled someone out.
So what, only 12 million other men in Australia?
Think about it this way. At least now we know we're not genetically destined to be homeless bums.
I've seen you first thing in the morning. I wouldn't be so sure.
Yeah, if you made a decent coffee, I'd be fine.
Thanks, though, for bringing Bradley in. I know it wouldn't have been easy.
Or cheap.
I'll give you some money.
Don't be stupid. Look, it's important to you, so it's important to me too. I'm sorry he wasn't the one.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks for coming with me, Dad.
Well, it couldn't have gone much better as far as anomaly scans go.
Look, it's already a little poser. Pouting.
Taken after Mum already.
Oh, shut up, Dad.
Ah, hey.
Hi.
Bishop Green, these are friends of mine. Brad, he started Blaze Outreach.
Oh, yes. Sorry about all the business with the council.
That's fine. Blaze will find a new home eventually.
And this is his daughter, Paige, who is soon to have a child of her own.
Congratulations.
So what brings you to Erinsborough, Bishop?
Big news for the local parish, actually.
That's right. The church has granted funds to build transitional accommodation for refugees here.
That is big news.
Yeah, it's going to be my little baby. So I thought a guided tour of Erinsborough would be the least I could do to repay the bishop for his generosity.
Oh, please. This decision is very much the result of your good work. This parish is lucky to have a man like this at the helm. So committed.
He really is.
Anyway, we have a lot of details to get through for our new venture. We'll see you guys later.
Yes, lovely to meet you both.
You too.
Well, that couldn't have been any more awkward.
Come on, let me buy you brunch. Celebrate another healthy scan.
Nah, it's okay, Dad. I might actually go for a bit of a walk.
Sorry. If I got to the gym more often, it wouldn't be such an obstruction.
No, it's fine. Gotta go.
Yeah, me too.
Someone's turning heads this morning.
Paul Robinson has made it clear he wants Lassiter's back.
Yes, and I'm well aware of his ambitions. But I can assure you that I will not be taking my eye off the ball. However, there was something that I did want to flag with you. The other day, your grandfather seemed oddly rattled at the name of local businessman Leo Tanaka.
I remember.
Is there an issue that I need to know about?
To be honest, I'm not sure. Although the name Tanaka does ring a bell.
Yes. Yeah, he runs the local backpackers. But it's hardly a competing demographic.
I'll look into it. You just focus on Robinsons and the Flame Tree. Now, I want to look over these figures from the past year.
Thanks. Brad! Hey, what brings you here?
Paige just had her anomaly scan. You just missed her, actually.
It all went smoothly?
Yeah, all good.
I can't apologise enough for what we did. Of course, I like the idea of being a dad and giving Paige's baby a father. but I also liked having a sort of father-in-law.
Yeah, well, I was looking forward to having you around more often too, especially with Ned moving away.
I can see how much you love your kids. Shame not all dads are like that.
Any luck finding your own?
There was this guy, but I was wrong about him.
Well, I'm sure you'll find him, and when you do, he'll be proud of the man you are.
I hope so.
Mate, look, I know you weren't the father of Paige's child, but you've been an amazing friend to her, and I'm sure she would love to have an extra uncle around.
An uncle?
Yeah, I've seen how much you care about Paige and the baby, and that's the most important thing.
Uncle David. I'm up for that.
No, we'll give you a tip. It's all about the presents.
Many of these refugees have been through extreme trauma, so comfortably integrating them into the community will take time. Don't get annoyed at yourself if the progress is slow.
No, of course not.
If you want, we can wrap this up for the day.
No, I'm listening. I just got a few things on my mind, that's all.
You've been distracted since we left the hospital, and I did sense a little bit of tension between you and Brad's daughter.
Is it that obvious?
I'm not blind, Jack.
Last year, I spoke to you about a transgression that occurred between myself and a woman.
Mm-hmm. And that was her?
Yeah.
And now she's pregnant.
Oh, she said that it's not my child, you know, that the man is married.
And you believe her?
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder.
Has she been with anyone else?
She has said that she has seen other people, yes.
Then I suggest you take her word for it. We're taken into troubled waters, not to drown us, but to cleanse us. You've gone through your trial with Paige. Now it's your chance to use your renewed faith to do something positive. Concentrate on what you can affect and let God guide Paige.
Thanks. What are you doing here?
Oh, relax. I know Jasmine knew to go was around, but don't worry. I'll be gone before she realises you're fraternising with the enemy. Hmm? Listen, I know that my barbecue fraud was a,
Disaster.
misstep. But the thing is, the guests actually really went for the concept, so I'm thinking maybe this is a way to grow the Flame Tree's popularity at the expense of our good pal, Leo, Or by poaching his breakfast clientele, what do you say? Unless you've gone soft on him.
No, of course not.
Well, how about a strategy dinner, Your place or mine?
Neither. Look, Paul, I've really enjoyed our alliance, I really have. But I just think it's time that we focus on our own businesses from now on. We're better as rivals than allies anyway.
So what brought this on?
All the time that we've spent together, you know, focusing on bringing down the backpackers, I just think that we've forgotten that we're actually competitors too.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll go back to destroying your business. How's that?
So I was talking to Amy earlier about trying to find our dad. Well, she was talking at me more like accurately.
Yeah, does she want to join the search full time?
Well, she was trying to convince me not to give up.
I've been trying to talk you into it for our whole lives. Now she got far in a day.
Right, but I know how important it is to you. So if you want to keep searching, I'm happy to help.
Thanks, but I think I'm done.
Really?
Yeah. I'm feeling really good at work. In control. You know, same as when I'm studying.
What, as opposed to the search where the outcome's completely out of your hands?
Yeah, things feel pretty good right now. You know, stable. I've got you, a great job, awesome friends. That's all I really need.
Sure. I mean, there are still plenty of ways we can track this guy down.
It kills me to say it, but I think you've been right all these years. It's better to just leave it.
Might be hard to believe, but I can be wrong occasionally. Very occasionally.
Not in this case. I don't want to put myself through it again.
Okay, fair enough. Search over.
I'll see you later.
I was knocking off, but I'm happy to do some overtime. Pro bono.
Thank you.
Everything okay?
Yeah. No, actually.
Paul and I have had this great working relationship recently.
Right.
And Jasmine's asked me to put together some strategies to bring him down.
Right. I'm sorry, that sounds tricky.
You got anything in your kit to help me sort out this mess?
Well, actually, there is this, one thing. A casual dinner tonight to take your mind off it. Just...
Yes, I think that would work.
Well, I'll have to contact my supplier and make sure we've got that in stock for you. I need the kitchen tonight for a fancy dinner for Terese. What?
Well, don't you think you're rushing into this a little bit, love? I mean, you are still technically on the rebound from Brooke. I have seen you heartbroken and I hate it. All that singing of Bon Jovi's Always in the bathtub.
I won't get hurt this time. I know the signals.
You didn't with Tracy Fitzgibbon. Remember you got yourself all spiffed up to take her to the drag strip? By the time you got to her house, she was doing a strip of her own with Timmy McMullen.
Oh, Mum, that was over 20 years ago. I've learned a few things since then. And trust me when I tell you, Terese Willis is hot to trot.
Thank you.
Jack.
Hey.
Hey.
Are you feeling okay? You're at the hospital?
Oh, yes. No, I was, just had a couple of scans. Hey, listen, what are you doing this afternoon?
Just got lunch with the bishop and then I'm taking confession. Why's that?
No reason. Just checking.
Okay.
Please tell me that wasn't as weird as I think it was.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Mum, I know that I have to tell him about the baby. I have literally practiced what I'm going to say to him like 1,000,000 times. And every time I see his face, I choke. How am I supposed to look him in the eye and tell him what I need to tell him?
Well, darling, I don't really think you have a choice, do you? Unless...
Unless what?
Well, you told him how you felt once during confession, right? I mean, maybe you could try that again. You wouldn't have to look at him in the face. You could just speak your mind while he listens.
Mum, you know, that's completely nuts.
No, but you got a better idea?
Thanks. Jasmine, I wasn't expecting you so soon. Look, I've only outlined some initial suggestions to compete with Robinson's, but we can discuss the various options.
Forget that. Paul is no longer our priority.
I thought that's why you were here, to ensure that his motel and restaurant don't take any of our business.
There are bigger issues to concern yourself with now. I've looked further into competitors in the local region, and I'd like you to refocus on Leo Tanaka.
But I told you the backpackers wasn't affecting us, and you agreed.
Circumstances have changed. Lassiter's would be best served if Leo Tanaka was no longer in its orbit.
Okay, well, what do you want now?
A strategy to drive Leo and his business out of Erinsborough.
Look, I can go for the backpackers, but to drive Leo out of town?
I'm sure you'll think of something effective.
It looks fine.
Thanks. You know, I've had this weird cockatoo thing going on all day. I'm sorry. Not exactly life-shattering problems over here, huh? Amy told me about Bradley. David, I'm so sorry.
Oh, thanks for your help anyway. You're a legend.
Please, you know you've got me well beaten in the legend stakes. Hey, I heard what you were going to do for Paige. Don't be modest. I mean, stepping up when it's not even your baby, that's massive.
It was as much for me as it was for her. Gave me a chance to play this role that I probably won't be able to play in real life.
David, you know that regardless of anything else, you can still have a family. I mean, I hope to one day.
So you were heading somewhere?
No, there's no rush.
No, I should let you go.
No, I'll let you go.
No, you go.
No, you go.
You go.
Go.
Thanks, though.
You're right.
And good luck. The hair looks great.
Thanks.
Did David say why he wanted to give up?
Apparently I've been right all this time. Honestly, direct quote.
Oh, he was obviously delirious after a long shift.
Yeah, it still doesn't feel quite right, though. David giving up like this.
Then we'll have to keep searching without him.
No way.
Why not?
Well, this has always been David's thing.
Well, he obviously has reached his limit.
Well, even if I were to take over the search, I still wouldn't have a clue where to start.
You did a pretty good job figuring out my exact dress size when you were going to take me to the opera.
Well, I do have a good eye for certain details.
All I'm saying is you're capable. And if you think David still wants to know who your father is, then why not give it a shot? For him.
That you are. What are you afraid of? I know that you are.
There's something Paige wanted to say to me, but she couldn't. And I don't know, but it just felt like... I just can't help but wonder if it was something to do with the baby.
Jack, you're purely speculating.
Well, you weren't there, you didn't see how she was acting.
Did she mention the baby?
No.
Then what did you talk about?
Well, nothing, but I know Paige and I know that, you know, she's holding something back.
Or were you just projecting your own guilt onto her?
Jasmine didn't give any indication of what a problem with Leo is, did she?
No. But I did get a sense of history between Leo and Mr. DeGower.
Oh. Well, whatever the details, it's just nice to have a common enemy again.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Knock, knock.
Gary, what are you doing here?
I just thought I'd pop over and see what time you're coming around tonight for dinner.
It completely slipped my mind. I've just started this meeting with Paul.
Then we've got an awful lot to get through. Could take all night.
But I thought you two weren't working together anymore.
No, on the contrary. In fact, we've got a rather big project to tackle.
Yeah, but things have shifted around at work. So we thought it'd be best if we kept our alliance going on.
I see.
Yeah, so best you move along then, hey, Gary? It's all right, Terese is in good hands.
So this is just a work thing?
Well, we're both adults. Who's to say we can't mix business with pleasure, eh?
Of course.
Well, you enjoy your dinner. For one.
I know I've gone about this the wrong way. And I have made it way more complicated than it already was. But you have to believe that I was only trying to do what was right by everyone. But now I know that there is only one person that I need to be looking out for. And that's why I'm here. To do what's right for our child. Jack, please say something.
Father Callahan has taken some time for personal reflection. But I'm certain he would commend your courage, as I do. You know, Jack has the opportunity to do a lot of good for this community. I'd like him to be able to carry on that work.
So would I.
I'm happy to hear you say that. Because a disruption to his vocation would jeopardize everything.
Sorry, what are you saying?
Jack has made a choice to dedicate his life to working with people who need him. I hope you respect that.
Are you telling me that I shouldn't tell him that he's the father of my child?
I'm saying there's a greater good. Let your child find a loving family in you. And let Jack be what this community needs him to be.
Thank you for taking my place, Bishop. You're right, I wasn't in the ideal state.
I'm glad I did. I spoke to a friend of yours, a single mother. I know you've been worrying over this, but you needn't be. I would never break the seal of confession, but I feel it's important to put your mind at ease so you can concentrate on your parish.
So I'm definitely not the father.
You didn't hear from me.
Yeah, look, I know we prefer it if Paige could be honest about this and all this could be out in the open, but it's not our call to make.
Who knows what they've got planned for me?
Are you Piper?
Yes. Why?
The more time I spend with him, the more I realise what I've lost. There's more going on than you realise.
Unmissable neighbours.
Everybody needs good neighbors with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbors should be there for one another. That's when good neighbors become good neighbors, become good friends. That's when good